Okay. So we saw what is cyber law, what is ethics, what is moral, what is cyber crime, different types of cyber crimes we have seen, software piracy, unauthorized access, copyright violation, cracking, cyberbullying, cyberstalking, phishing, plagiarism, hacking, right? Then we saw some preventive measures, what we can do, what is cyber safety and security, right? So we saw the different points, how we can be secured, how we can find out the threats, risk, okay, and do's and don'ts. I think so. We were on these, right? So we'll start with do's and don'ts today. Am I right? Yes, Piyush. Okay. So do's and don'ts for students in the cyber world. First point. Okay, adhere to copyright restrictions when downloading material from the internet, including software, games, movies, or music. Okay, so what are we supposed to do? We as students, whichever game you are installing or whichever software you are installing, there is one agreement in that there are certain restrictions given for you all, right? Certain instructions are given, and according to those instructions, you need to use that software. But what we do is we don't go through those instructions. We just say, we agree. I agree to the terms and conditions, and then we go for installation, right? Okay. So we what do we have to do is we need to read the instructions, read whatever terms and conditions it is being provided, and then we can download the software or games or any movie or music. Next, report online bullying immediately to the teacher and parents or some who you can trust. Okay, so if someone is harassing you online, someone is sending you certain mails, so don't be scared to tell anyone. You need to tell your teachers, or if you want, you can tell your parents, or if you have trust in someone, you can tell that person, but you need to tell them. Okay, this case has to come in front of your parents. Next, what we need to do, use a strong and unique password with combination of numbers. Okay, so your password should have numbers, case letters also, and a special character for each account. Okay, so you need to give a good password. When you are giving certain passwords, it will tell you whether your password is strong or weak, right? So if your password is a combination of numbers, some letters in uppercase, some letters in lowercase, and some special characters you are using, that means your password is strong. Okay, there are very few chances of hacking the password. Then next, what we are supposed to do, obtain software from trusted sources, right? That is correct. If I want certain Microsoft programs, certain Google programs, then I need to go for those particular trusted websites only for direct from Microsoft or from Google, right? There's no need for me to go to some other sites which are not trusted, which are not free of viruses, and then I go and download from there. No, I should do it from the trusted sources only. Okay, and what these trusted sites do is they first scan the file before opening it for viruses. Okay, so this thing we need to do. We need to download or obtain only from trusted sources sites. Next, check to see if the web address begins with HTTPS. I want this. Can you see here? Right, if I click here in my address bar, okay, if I click here in my address bar, can you see this HTTPS? Yes, is it visible to you all? HTTPS, right? That means it is a secure site. If I see only HTTP, that is not secured. Okay, so you need to check the address whether the site has HTTPS, then only you will go for downloading or visiting that website. Okay, next. Connect only with known individuals. If you know them, if you are confirmed these are my friends and these are good friends, then only accept the friend request, or else don't at all have a connection between them. Don't at all give them your friendship. Fine. So what happens is, if they are not good people, you will be having many cases like cyberbullying, cyber stalking. So that can happen, and your photos can be misused. Whatever you are sending it on the Facebook, Insta. Okay, so you should be very careful before you accept the friend requests. Fine. So only connect with known individuals only. Just for my increasing friends, increasing like increasing, I will connect each and everyone. No, don't do that. So I have to only limit till my friends or till my known people. Then think twice before you post or like or share something related to sensitive topics like politics, religion, etc. Okay, so you are supposed to limit yourself from the friendships, plus you need to limit yourself what you are posting. Okay, you cannot post anything on the web. You need to think before you need to post it, or you need to think before you like something. If the uh, if the topic is related to politics or religion or something like that, then it is not good. You should not be posting. Plus, you should not give a like, or you should not share those kind of sensitive topics. Next, report to the service provider immediately, whoever is providing it, that these things are happening. So immediately report to them. If the account is hacked, if something wrong is going on to your WhatsApp, okay? So you need to log in, you need to report immediately to whoever it is. If possible, deactivate your account. Now, I had a video which had come up. In that, WhatsApp account was hacked. Okay, and due to the WhatsApp account, he got all the friends, all the contacts, whichever was there in the WhatsApp. So he took the contacts, he started messaging the friends as per he is the same person, but he was a different person, and he was using this WhatsApp for asking money. Okay, so WhatsApp account also can be hacked. Now, once you find out that it is being hacked, you need to deactivate your account immediately. Fine. If he is getting the contacts of all your friends, then it would be a risky factor. Fine. So you need to take care of all these things. 8 points we have seen. Now, what don't we have to? We don't have to do that. What we don't have to do first? We are not going to share our personal information. Will not be sharing the personal information to anyone. That is my real name, my real date of birth, phone number, right? Why? Because many accounts are there which are fake or which are just used it by some other name. So we cannot rely on others. Plus, we also, there's no need for me. If we are certain in business contacts, then we have to share our personal correct real name, date of birth, or phone number. But if we are just for using it for sharing information, then there is no need for me to give my personal information. Next, don't send your pictures to unknown persons or share them on social media. Don't at all do this. Okay? You know what is the risky factor if you upload your photos, your images, your pictures. Don't do that. Now, it's a craze on Facebook, right? To give different poses and to share that where I am, in which place, so many different places I have been through. No need, right? Okay. Third point, don't open emails and attachments from senders. You get many, many, many emails, right? If you, by mistake, if you have been through for a particular website and you wanted to download something, if you just fill in your Gmail accounts, finish. You start getting those Gmails and your mailbox is full, right? So these kind of mails, unsubscribe them. Plus, find out whether the person is a known person or a stranger. If it is a known person, then you can open the mail. But if it is an unknown person, don't at all open the attachments. Okay. Next, don't respond to any suspicious emails, instant messages, or any web page asking for personal information. Okay. Suspicious mails, yes, my viruses also can be passed on through mails. Okay. You had a certain messages which were coming up that you got a certain lottery, you have won such a big prize, so you need to send your email and we'll send you all the uh, necessary actions, right? So what are we supposed to do? We don't want. If you see such kind of mails, they are suspicious, they are not good, they may contain malware or viruses. Fine. If someone is asking you for personal information, say no or don't reply to those mails. Fine. Don't share your password or OTP with anyone. You might have seen many, many videos which are coming up for OTP and password, right? So we shouldn't be giving. That is what the OTP is. They are confirming that I am the owner and I got the OTP. But if I am sharing it with someone else, the ownership goes to that particular person. So I am not supposed to share the OTP or password. Don't save your username and password on the browsers. Yes, you have a particular option when you log in with your username or password. Not necessarily that your only Gmail has username or password. No, you may have your college registration ID number and password, right? You may have many different logins are there, many different accounts are there. So if once Google find out that you have your username and password and you are on the website, so he will suggest you that for further use, you need to save the password and username, right? But I should not be saying that. I should discard that. I don't want to save my username and password on the browser because the hacker can take my user ID and password, hack my user ID and password from my browser. Okay, because all the information is stored in my browser only. So, no saving. Next, don't steal others' information. I don't want my information to be stolen, so I will not be stealing someone else's information also. I should not be do that. I should not be doing or stealing someone else's information. Don't access or use files without the permission of the owner. If owner has given you certain permission, certain authorization that you can, okay, you can log into my files, check the files and arrange them or sort them. Certain work is given with the files, so you are not supposed to open the file and see what is there in those files, right? So the permission only is to sorting. So you will just sort the files, but No opening the files and going through those. Okay. Next. Don't copy software which has copyright without the author's permission. If the software has a copyright symbol, has a copyright, you need not violate the copyright terms. If the person has told you that you cannot copy, then you should not be copying it and using it somewhere. Right? If you have antivirus, now antivirus series are having different categories, right? First category is only one person, one use. If I have a network, I can take a network antivirus wherein I can use it on 5 PCs or 10 PCs like this. Okay, but I shouldn't be using my software, my antivirus for more than 5 PCs. If I'm using it, if I'm cracking and using it, then it is not correct. It is against the copyright action. Okay, so without author's permission, I am not supposed to copy the software. Next, don't bully others online by teasing, threatening, using rude or offensive language, making derogatory or hateful comments. Right? So, what am I supposed to do? I have to use a proper, respectful, simple, good language when I am talking online. If I am chatting online, I have to be careful that I'm not using any illegal things or any mis words, I can say, that can harm someone else, right? So, offensive words or language I am not supposed to use. I cannot talk to him rudely on the internet because I need to remember, I need to think that whatever I am typing, each and every word is being considered as a part of your chat, and that is being saved. If I want to find out what chatting is being done between those two, yes, I can find out and get the information what chatting was done. So see that you don't want yourself to be bullied, plus you don't bully someone else also. Okay? Don't meet unknown, even if they are known only through online interactions, but still don't go and meet unknown people. Right? What is the craze? We start with the chatting. Okay, we find out we two are friends and we start chatting, and then that chatting goes on. And now I am interested in finding that person, in meeting that person. Don't do that. Right? Always inform an adult or a friend, whomever you are going to meet, concern your parents or your friends, and then only go and meet that person. Okay, this online interactions are very bad. This can cause very uh, results. Okay, very bad results it can cause. So first thing, I know that person. He is talking to me past 1 month, 2 months, and so on. But then too, I cannot rely on that person that he is good. Right? So first you need to inform your parents, some adult people, or your friends, and then only you can go ahead. Next, don't open or download any attachments from unknown resource, as they may have mails which are harmful for your account, right? Or your computer also. So whichever attachments you can see, whichever mails you get, first check whether it's the person who has sent, he is a known person or he is unknown. And if it is a particular business or some banks, okay, don't go for it. Don't download those attachments. Fine? Clear with all these points? Do's and don'ts. Okay. Next, what security procedures are there for keeping us safe? First is encryption. What do you mean by encryption? Now, there is a method wherein I have a user ID and password, right? So my password, my user ID is not saved as it is. It is encrypted. It is being changed into some code. Okay. And that code is saved. Or if I am sending certain message to someone, that message is coded into a different format, that the format is not being seen or not being understood by the someone third party person. Okay, only I understand and my friend understands that. Finish. From my side it is coded, and from his side it is decoded, and the code is, the message is passed on to that person. That is encryption. It is a method of converting the original message into random text. Okay, some weird text we can say. If I see that original message, that message is in random text and I cannot understand that message, which should be complex to understand and difficult for a hacker to decode. Right? If I am using this encryption method, it is difficult for a hacker to get the original message. The idea is to ensure security and safety of data and its transmission, right? Why are we doing going for encryption is I need to keep all my data safe by encoding and decoding it. Next, I have SSL. What is SSL? SSL full form Secure Socket Layer. It is the most consistent security model. Okay, this is a model by which I can have my security. Through the SSL, transmission of data is encrypted. Okay, the same thing, I am using this encryption method. The data is encrypted, client server information is authenticated, and also message integrity for TCP/IP connection secured. Now, what this SSL will do is, first I encrypted my message, right? So my message is in coded form now. Now, there are certain client and server protocols, certain models which are there in many people labs. Okay, so if I have a client server environment, client are the people who have to log into the server, right? Who has to send the data to the server, or server is sending it to the client, right? But there has to be a layer which gives me a more security thing. First is my message has been encrypted, right? My message has been coded. But again, one more layer you need to pass on. With the help of that layer, then only you can go on with the next transmission, transmitting the data, right? So first I have my coded data with me. I have my coded message with me. Now that coded message I need to send. But before sending, I should be seeing that it is authenticated. I have a correct user ID, I have a correct password, and that is recommended by TCP/IP. Okay, then only my message is passed on. So if I have some person is having the message and he has encoded it, but if he knows his layer password, then only he can go ahead and pass on the data. So I have a second, first I had transmission, so I got my security. Second, again, I have a security known as socket layer. Okay, so two ways security I have. Next is my firewall. This is the third security what I can go for. Firewall refers to a network security, hardware and software system which blocks certain types of information or forming a barrier between a trusted and untrusted network. Right? So I have a firewall here for antivirus. You have one option in that going for firewall. The firewall is creating a wall between the networks. I don't want other people to come into my network, and I don't want to go in someone else's network. So I am creating a firewall. That means inside the wall, I can do all the things, right? Inside the wall, I can get the message, I can get the details, but I don't want to go, I don't want to trust the untrusted sites or the networks. Fine. I have my trusted network, so I will be in that network only. So if I want to block them, I can go for firewall. So first I had First, I had my encryption, then I have my SSL, and then I can go for firewall. So it is a three-way security system. Fine. Then we have parental guidance. What do you mean by parental guidance? How parents can guide. A lot of cyber crimes revolve around unsuspecting teenagers and school children, right? It is revolving around. There is something going on out in the school with the teenagers, with the children, right? Some kind of cyber crime is going on, and it is there around. Parents, you need to remember that this is going on. If your child doesn't know it, it doesn't matter. But the things are going on outside, right? So parents play a vital role in ensuring that their children are safe and know the internet or not vulnerable to hackers and identify theft. Okay, so you are the one who are supposed to tell or teach your children that some cyber crimes may happen. So if you listen to all these things, what you are supposed to do, right? If you hear of some hacker or if you hear of some cyber theft going on or some cyber bullying going on, then you should be awareing your children about all these things, right? To start with, treat confidential information as confidential. You are supposed to tell your children as a parent that confidential is confidential. You're not supposed to tell it to anyone, right? If father is having a laptop and father has certain security password which is given to his laptop, okay, so what father will do, he is confidently he has given the password to his child because he trusts on him, right? But child has to trust only on parents. He cannot or should not share the password to the friends, right? That friend might not be trusted one, or he may have certain information, certain files which might be corrupt, right? So he can do some or the other mishaps to the laptop. So the child has to be told that this is confidential and you should not be showing it or sharing it with someone else. So treat confidential information as confidential only. This is just a small uh, example. But if I have a Gmail and I know my father's Gmail user ID and password, I should not be sharing it with someone else, right? That should be told or taught to the children. Never reveal sensitive data on the internet. This also has to be told to your child that I should not be revealing any sensitive data. Now, this sensitive data can be any sensitive data, right? He should not be sharing any personal information, okay, or any bank details. Yes, that is also sensitive. Okay, so these things should not be shared on the internet. He also should not be told with these information. Tell children not to give out personal information like address or telephone number or Facebook passwords to friends. Right? If they are known friends, then okay, they will be knowing my address, telephone number, but they should not be knowing my Facebook password. Okay, so if I have shared my Facebook password with my friend, I trust him. But the next day, what I get is I did not post anything, okay, but still the post is there, and because of that post, that is a very bad post, okay. So who has done it? My account is there, but someone else, some other friend has been uploaded or posted that particular post, right? So that is not good, that is not correct. So I should be aware, making aware my child that these things are happening and I should not be enrolled in all these things. Okay, ensure children don't do this as that as a vital information should be kept secret. The child should be told that the information is secret, confidential. I shouldn't be telling it to someone else. right? So that is what is the parent who need to guide their child. List out security techniques to protect your computer data. Okay, I want to secure my data. Then what different security techniques are there? You need to find out. Fine. So IT Act of India 2000. Should I take the class tomorrow or will continue it on Monday?